Guys, the time has come. I have decided to do this. We are going to do this ultimate hair metal tier list. Man, I have 100 bands here, or probably 102 bands here, mostly from the 80s, and we are gonna put them in all these categories. You can see these categories on the screen: fantastic, great, good, average, do not good, meh, and cringe or trash can. So I'm not gonna explain everything now. I'll do it while we are going through the bands. The only thing I'm going to say is I'm not going to rank these bands by their popularity and how many records they sold. I'm going to focus more on the quality, you know, how good of a band was musicianship wise, how influential they were to other bands, how their legacy is today, what is their legacy today, and if they were copycats, or if they were innovative and all that. And in the end, my personal opinion, which is the most important, right? Because this is my tier list. But let's start. A lot of bands, so I'm not gonna waste your time anymore. Let's do it, man. Let's take LA Cat Scratch, man. LA Cat Scratch, great band from late 80s, early 90s. So most bands here are from 80s, but there are some that are from early 90s, but I needed to put them into this tire maker because I just wanted to do it. I'll do more tire makers with some other bands, you'll see, but let's start with LA Cat Scratch. I would say this was a good band because they weren't big, they weren't necessarily something new and innovative, but a little bit better than the average, and every hair metal fan really likes this band. And this is a band for the real fans. So the normies, they don't know about this band, but that doesn't make this band bad. It makes him even better. Okay, now we have Arcade. Do you remember Arcade? It was Stephen Pierce's super group. I don't know about this. They did nothing special with this band. It was a good idea, but yeah, just average attempt of a super group. Next, Electric Angels, one and only Ryan Roxy. This is his band. Guys from LA or from West Coast moved to New York to start their career there and try to beat the big bands, but they couldn't. So just average, but good average. I mean, Asphalt Ballet, a very weird band. Great first album and weird second album with this Crash Diet song that was supposedly it was a Guns N' Roses song, but these guys also got this song and put it on their second album. But the first album is good, so I'll just put Asphalt Ballet here in the good bands because musicianship I really liked quality wise. Yeah. Now let's take some from here. Let's take Shotgun Messiah, man. Shotgun Messiah, Swedish dudes. Oh man, this band was fantastic. Straight S tier category, especially the second album when Tim Skold got the mic and the guitarist, man. I mean, amazing. Like Harry Cody, man. And every hair metal fan is going to tell you, yeah, Shotgun Messiah is a top tier band, no matter what. Now we have Blue Murder. John Sykes, when he left Whitesnake, he joined Blue Murder. It's a good band, but not great. Like, we'll put it here. And, okay, Blue Murder we have, but I don't have Whitesnake on this list. I don't have bands like Whitesnake, Scorpions, Aerosmith, Black Sabbath, Judas Priest. I don't know. Why? I didn't want to include 70s bands into this category. Kiss, of course, Van Halen, I don't have them. They can be on their own tier list because they went into hair metal just for a little bit of time of their careers. I mean, yeah, Whitesnake, hair metal era in the late 80s were better than a lot of bunch of these bands here, but it was my decision to take them out of this tier list, so whatever. Badlands, let's talk about Badlands. Jake Lee's band with the singer who was also in Black Sabbath, right? Ray Gillan, not Ian Gillan, Ray Gillan. A band, it was, I don't know, man, just average. I mean, good musicianship, but they did nothing. Not just simply nothing, in my opinion, of course. Babylon AD from San Francisco. Average band because they had a good first album, then nothing else. I mean, kind of weird band. And the new song, oh man, this the newest song with this AI generated video is just awful, man. So I'll put them in C, right? It's okay. C tier band. I'm gonna regret doing this, I guess. Let me know in the comments what do you think. What do you think? Let's continue. Faster Pussycat, man. Ooh, great band. Faster Pussycat. Or no, I'll put them in fantastic because it's my tier list and I like this band a lot. I think that they are one of the first bands that started with sleaze, with what we are calling sleaze metal. Yes, they were not, they didn't have too much of a legacy and influence, but stripped down Rolling Stonesy kind of rock with this sleaze new flavor. And just because of that flavor, I'm gonna add them into the S tier category, or fantastic bands from the genre. Now let's try Bon Jovi. So I have Bon Jovi here, and I'll put Bon Jovi, yeah, of course I'm gonna put Bon Jovi here in S tier because, like it or not, Bon Jovi, checks all the categories. Great musicianship, great singing, legacy, success, everything. This is a band that even survived the 90s. So you maybe don't like some of the songs and some of the direction that Bon Jovi went after the 90s, but man, it is a fantastic band. Baton Rouge, just meh. I don't know why this band even existed. And the same we can say about Bangalore Choir, man. Just meh. Was it the band, the guy David Reese from, he was in Accept. I don't have Accept here also, and was he Dangerous Toys, the guitarist, vocalist? Right. I don't know. Let me down in the comments, but I of course I listened to this album, the first album, but no, they are releasing some new songs right now, but that's about it. What is this? Nelson. Oh my god, these two dudes, brothers, this is pure cringe, man. This is pure trash can band. This band should have never existed because this band is so cringy that they are often used as poster boys of how cringy hair metal was. I mean, it's hair metal, it's cringe, I know that, but this band is has some extra level of it. Now, Black and Blue, average or meh? Just meh, man. Just one of those bands that didn't do anything for me. Like, I tried to listen to this band, but it's just boring, But it's not cringy. It's okay rock, so D tier. Bang Tango, man. Weird band. Really different than the others and goes straight into the S category because I like innovations. I like bands that can, do stuff like them introducing funk. Perfect combination. Sleaze looks, hair glam metal, style, and funk rock. Perfection, musicianship, and everything should have been bigger. That's why I'm gonna put this band in S tier or fantastic. Let's continue. Guns N' Roses, of course, fantastic S tier, the biggest band here. Yeah, some of you are going to say, but Guns N' Roses is not hair metal. No, Guns N' Roses is sleaze rock. There with Faster Pussycat and LA Guns, they started that, sleaze rock kind of underwave, second wave, third wave, call it whatever you want. But Appetite for Destruction, and before that, and even Use Your Illusion, man. Some people say they kill hair metal. I don't think so. They're here and they're at the top. Okay, let's continue. Britney Fox. Britney Fox is a weird band. It's a copy of Cinderella, basically. Yeah, we can all agree that. But I don't know, average It's an average band for me, because it's straight copycat of Cinderella. And while we're talking about Cinderella, I'll put Cinderella into the great. Why Cinderella is not fantastic or S tier for me? Why is it an A? You know what? The first album had some direction, great musicianship, great songs that, dirty glam rock, glam metal. But then, man, with this country and blues, it was just boring for me. And only 4 albums, man. So better than these bands here, but not an S tier. Danger. Oh my God. East Coast band. Oh, where should I put these bands? Well, let's put it in good. It's okay. It's okay. A little bit, mellow for me, but I like that album from 1995. The grungy one. I like those weird albums, What is it called? I think it's Dawn. I like Dawn. Alright. Let's continue. Bullet Boys. Bullet Boys. Weird band, but I think it was a good band. Could have been better, I think. D&D, Danish rockers. They have a lot of albums, but nobody knows any other song than Sleeping Your Day Away or something like that. That's the biggest hit. So it's a one-hit band. It's just here. I mean, no point of... Yeah, I mean, maybe some of you are big fans of D.A.D., but tell me another song beside the Sleeping My Day Away that is that good. Now we have Def Leppard. Def Leppard, the Def. I'll put them into S because, I mean, with all the, things that happen with them, with the drummer and with the passing of Steve Clark, they managed to consolidate after all this, negativity, and they maintained the status of a great band. Just simple as that. Great S tier category. Like it or not. And yeah, changing of the style and the sound was happening, but that's okay. Firehouse, great melodic hard rock, late into the game, as you people like to say. Just a good band. Good band, B tier. Totally. Now Dokken for me never did much, so I'm gonna put it into great because it is a great band. Not the greatest, not like here. Too, opposite of fat riffs, fat vocals, just that oomph. They didn't have it, but they were darker, which is fine, and that's why I'm going to put Dokken into the A category, or great. Now, Every Mother's Nightmare, just meh. I tried to listen to this band and nothing sticks to me. Nothing, just nothing. Enough's Enough. Enough's Enough is a good band. Total, Beatles kind of vibe with all these colors, with all these, interesting things. It's a good band. It's really a good band. So, but not above that, and probably not below, I guess. Dirty Looks. Dirty Looks was a great one. I'll put it in good. Maybe it's in an average because it was too much AC/DC and stuff like that, but they had some magic, so I'll put it in a good category. Then Gorky Park from Russia. You all remember this band from the Moscow Peace Festival. I wanted to include these guys. It's a good band. I mean, coming from Russia, the second album is fantastic. With Moscow and Tomorrow, songs like that. It was like a Russian Def Leppard. Simple as that. Great band. Or, good band. B tier, definitely. Now we have Europe. Europe, my man. For me, this is a great band, but not the greatest, because it is too poppy. I don't like poppy. You can say Def Leppard and Bon Jovi is also poppy, but Europe is too much poppy for me, so it's a great A tier band. And that's it. Now let's see something here. Vinnie Vincent Invasion, man. Oh man, I'm gonna regret this, but this for me is just meh. I was never a fan of Vinnie Vincent Invasion. Yeah, he was a good guitar player, but overall, nothing special. Okay, I know this is a long video, but stick with me, guys. Hurricane, Cavazo, and what was his name? Rudy Sarzo's brother, Carlos Cavazos and Rudy Sarzo's brothers formed this band. Then later, Doug Aldrich joined it as a guitar player. Just okay, an average, hair metal band. Yeah, something like that. I mean, this, how am I putting these bands here? It doesn't make any sense, but I'm just gonna, rearrange it while I'm talking. Great White is a for me. I don't know. Never was a big fan of this band. Let's put it into good category because no, let's put it in average, man, because it's just like hard rock, nothing special, really, for me at least. Extreme was extreme, great band, straight A category, not the fantastic one, but great. I mean, amazing musicianship, great, but they kind of lost it after this, album with 3 parts. Yeah, so yeah, they can be here, I guess. Heaven's Edge is a good band, a little bit cringy, but good. I mean, the choreographies that they're doing are a little bit cringy, but good music, kind of like a Skid Row kind of vibe there. Junkyard, rest in peace. The singer, died like a few weeks ago. Just an average band, nothing special here for me. Then we have Lillian X. Lillian X was a good band, only if we are talking about great songwriting, especially this album, Psycho Schizophrenia from 1995, if I'm correct. That's amazing. But the albums before that one were also great. So yeah, Love Hate. Let's talk about Love Hate. For me, Love Hate is S tier band. Now we're gonna say, what the hell are you doing? How can a Love Hate be better than Cinderella, Extreme Dokken in Europe? But for me, guys, it is for me, because I like that street level that they have, like street metal kind of vibe. They were different. They didn't have, spandex, lipsticks and everything. Music was great. Jeezy was great. They were late into the game. Got this, goddamn record deal too late. Should have been bigger. They survived the 90s. They were not here. They were like, underground. But that's what I like. I like underground and I like weird, and Love Hate is just perfect fit for me. Kill. Wrong Kill. Meh for me. Never listened to this band. I know you people love it. Killer Dwarfs from Canada. Also, it's an average band because of some good songs that they had. King Cobra is a meh for me. Don't understand these bands. Peace, Marcy Free, the dude that later went into Bullet Boys, right? Mick Sveda, guitarist. Kicks is okay. Kicks is average for me. No, nothing special. No, not average. Like good band. Sorry. Hurricane Alice, average, straight. There are some good songs, but nothing special. Kind of like a copycat kind of vibe. There, I'm getting, at least. Nasty Idols from Sweden. Nasty Idols, a great band. Kind of like, so why Shotgun Messiah here? Why Nasty Idols here? Just because I like Shotgun Messiah more, but Nasty Idols, the Cruel Intentions, they took the name out of one of the Nasty's albums, but great sleaze metal, man. Amazing band that was, or you know what, I'll put it here because these two bands, Shotgun and Nasty Idols, were from Sweden, and that's where the new next level, new era of bands started, and these two bands were there, they were idols for Crash Diet and Hardcore Superstars and bands like that. Now let's see, LA Guns, straight S tier for me, one of my favorite bands. Yeah, they have a lot of albums. Not all of them are good, especially not the last one. because the last one was a disaster of an album. Not to mention that Tracy Guns said, hey, this is going to be a sleaziest record that we've done in, for a while, and it was not. It was just a bar band jamming kind of record. But the first 3 or 4 albums are just pure gold. That's why this band is fantastic. No, Jet Boy. Jet Boy is a good band for me. Maybe some of you would put it into the B tier category. I mean, great. It's a great band for me, and I'll put it into A. I like, the style, I like the music and everything, and because they were also the part of this, sleaze rock that started in the late second part of the 80s. Now we have Femme Fatale. Femme Fatale, Lorraine Lewis, singer that is doing, OnlyFans now. Average. I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know. There were better bands with female singers. Of course they were. Kingdom Come, man, straight trash or cringe. I never understood this, thematics with Jesus and stuff. And same can be said for Stryper. But I'm not gonna put Stryper into the cringe category because Stryper had some really good music. So this is hard for me. I know you guys like Stryper, and I know, Michael Sweet and all that, but this, Christian metal thing, I don't know. Just cringe, trash can cringe. I cannot go beyond that, songs like Jesus and stuff like that. Just simply not my thing, and this is my tier list. So yeah, whatever. Lion, Transformers or Doug Aldrich, just average band, nothing special really. But because of that Transformers song and because of Doug Aldrich, it's not in a meh category. Smashed Gladys, that's the if you're a deep fan like Iceberg, the lowest part of the iceberg, hair metal fan, you'll know this band and you'll say this band was cool but nothing special. So Smashed Gladys is here. Roxy Blue came late into the game but had some good stuff there, especially with that album from 2019. That was a great comeback. I wish they play more songs like that. So it's a good band. Oh man, it's a big tire maker. What can I tell you? London, Nicky Sixx's band, or the band that have all the, people like Blackie Loveless, like Easy Stradlin apparently, like the band, then in football, in European football, soccer, football, I mean, that's how we call it here. You go to some low tier team to play and to be better so you can play in the high tier team later in the game. So that's what these people have done there, and band never achieved anything. So, but it was a good band. I'll put it here. Good. Now Lynch Mob. It's a great continuation of a Dokken. For me, maybe slightly better music than Dokken. I mean, it's a great one. Motley Crue's here. I'm just not gonna talk much about Motley Crue. I mean, Motley Crue, they started it. So you'll say, hey, Van Halen started it. Yeah, guitar-wise, but Motley Crue, 1981. There was no such a band like Motley Crue. Period. They're the great ones. Maybe even here. I don't know. Maybe like this. Okay, Mr. Big. Virtuosity, great, all this stuff, but for me, nothing special. Let's put them in the good category, but very musically good band. That's why it goes straight there. Saints and Sinners, Canadian, good. One album, the one with the red car, man, what that's amazing record. I did something like a review on Junkyard. You can find it and go and if you haven't heard Saints and Sinners, just do it if you like Whitesnake or stuff like that. Now we have Poison. Poison, for many of you, would go into fantastic S tier category, but for me, no. For me, it's just going to go into the great category because I don't like Poison and I know it is one of the most important bands for this genre. So, A tier, not more than that, this time. Oh man, I already am regretting this because it's so long. Rocks Gang. Some people say they started the sleaze. I say maybe, and I'll put them into the great category. Really cool band from Florida. Good sound, sleaziness, everything. They had everything, good songs. And yeah, that's it. Skid Row. Skid Row is totally like... Here, fantastic. They were different. They were not copycats of everything. They were, you know, the story for themselves, like Guns N' Roses, or like Motley Crue, like Bon Jovi, and that's why their legacy is big. Today, they don't know what to do. Please reunite with Bach. There's nothing you can do. There is nothing you can do besides that. So, but legacy is big. This is a big band. It's an S tier category. Alright, what do we have? Zodiac Mind Warp, English, good band. British, very good band. Actually, yeah, I'll put it here. It doesn't matter. Zodiac Mind Warp, kind of like a gimmicky, but good one. Primal Mover or something like that. Saigon Kick, also a good band, but only if we talk about music. Quiet Riot, man. Quiet Riot, yeah. Greatest? No. But good, yes. Because, you know, they started good, but their career just went down and down and down and down from the first album, and that has gotta mean something, right? I mean, yeah, they had this #1 album, but in 1983, how hard was to have this album? I mean, there were Michael Jackson and things like that, but again, I don't know, man. Something is weird with a band that has a great first album and then just go like this. So that's why not into S category, or a fantastic one. Slaughter. Slaughter is a copycat of everything. Like everything that you heard here in these two categories and in these lower categories, that's Slaughter for you. But it's average for me, at least, is here. I mean, legacy-wise, there's just no legacy there. I'm sorry. Lee Aaron, Canadian version of Bon Jovi for me. Always was cool, but also average. Here, C category. Odin, Odin from that movie, Decline of the Western Civilization. Good band, cool, nothing special, so go see somewhere here. Okay, Rock City Angels, known only for the fact that he played, what's his name? I mean, the famous actor Johnny Depp, of course. But the band is just meh, nothing special. I don't even know if Johnny recorded anything with this band. The Choir Boys, London Choir Boys, good sleazy European UK kind of a band, bar. This sleaze bar kind of a thing. Good one. Now, Kick Tracy, the guys that had, 250,000 euros or dollars, of course, dollars to create this video from the album No Rules, right? And they didn't do anything, and they were just a meh. Although music was good, it's just meh. Really like the tail end of bands. The copy of the copy of the copy kind of a bands. Now Vain was not a copy. Vain was a great band because they implemented something new here. Something new in terms of they had this, dark glam, dark hair metal kind of a vibe, which I really like. But it was a small band, not a big legacy, not a big influence on the others. There are some bands today that are influenced by this band, but not much. But for me, it's a great band. And not like S tier, fantastic category. Lita Ford also just good. I mean, nothing special here with Lita. Just nothing special. I mean, yeah. Sleaze Bees, average from Netherlands. Just kind of a copy of a copy of a copy. Then we have, what is this? Man, I cannot even understand this. It's Shark Island. Oh, Shark Island. Paris Burning, that song was great, but just average. Special. Trickster was Trickster was kind of a cringe for me. I mean, I never liked these kind of bands. You know, too mellow, too melodic, and too copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. So just, you know, nothing for me. XYZ. XYZ was a good band. Totally good band. Goes here. Good music, Terry Louis, and stuff like that. White Lion. White Lion was too mellow, too poppy, too boring for me. Just average. I don't even like Vito Bratta and his style of playing. Just nothing for me. Or maybe I'll put it in the meh category. Meh. For me, it's meh. I liked. Tough. Tough was good. Tough was good. Kind of a copy of a copy, so that's why. Copy of a Warrant and Poison, but I gotta give credit to Steve Rochelle for everything he did with Metal Sludge and for the, you know, for the scene. It's musicianship wise good band. Yeah. Taikedo. Taikedo is also meh for me. Kind of like, you know, third-rate Whitesnake. None, just nothing. Tora Tora, also for me, like, no. Why would I listen to Tora Tora? I mean, I don't know. Wildside, they're the fan favorites of a lot of you guys. So it's a good band, but nothing more than that. Just good, but on this side of, you know, lower side of good. I know it's a fan favorite band. For me, not much. What do we have here? Shooting Gallery, Andy McCoy. Great stuff. Great underrated stuff for the fans from the lower bottom, you know, dark side of iceberg. Good one. Just if you want some quality, go listen to Shooting Gallery, because everything Andy McCoy does is high quality, especially if he does it with Hanoi Rocks. So Hanoi Rocks is somewhere here. It's total, like, fantastic band. And let's not talk about their influence on the whole, this new generation of bands. These, you know, sleaze, gypsy sleaze, cat house sleaze kind of a scene. Ricky Rackman once said Guns N' Roses, Faster Pussycat, and later even Choir Boys and a lot of bands. They influenced a lot of bands. I know many hair metal, you know, fans don't like them because they're not that metal. They're more like punk rock. But I love punk rock, man. So for me, fantastic S tier band. Then, we're getting there. Dangerous Toys, like second grade Guns N' Roses, goes here, but good version of it. Then Pretty Boy Floyd. I like Pretty Boy Floyd. And I'll put them here because, or somewhere here, doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter now. Where are they? Because they started something pretty new, actually, which is called Bubble Glam Metal, or Bubble Glam Punk, which is going to be featured in some other video, not in this one. Okay, let's speed it up. Spread Eagle, man, good band, good, or great. I wanted to say great. A-tier band because it was street, man, street level, but they needed something more to be fantastic for me. No legacy, just, you know, I don't know, short. We can say short discography or something like that. Vinger is for me fantastic. What these guys can play, it's just amazing. And no matter how Lars Ulrich and Home MTV were against them, against Vinger, they just, you know, won every single battle with album called Pool from 1993. I mean, they just nailed it. For me, they're S tier kind of a band in every single way. Slick Toxic, Canadian, meh, really meh. Saints and Sinners much better, even Killer Dwarfs much better than these guys. But I know some people like them. TNT, Norwegian band, good band, interesting. 10,000 Lovers, yeah, it's a good band. With a, you know, even they're not American, they have a good, you know, follow-up in the world. Wasp is a good band. Totally one of the best bands here. But for me, not into this category, but a great band. A tier. RATT is S tier. For me, somewhere here, RATT, right? RATT was weird. But in 1984, their first album, was way ahead of, you know, albums from other bands. Albums from other bands were, plastic. They had this, plastic production and stuff. But RATT was some few steps away, a few steps further from them. And in 1984, then 1985, 1986, they started to go down. These new bands like Poison, Warren, Guns N' Roses, and everything, they put them aside, and that's why I regret to this day why this band didn't do more in, in history. But they were great, and they were one of the best of the genre for me. And I mentioned Warrant. For me, Warrant had some really good records. Jenny Lane, a great, songwriter, fantastic songwriter. But Warrant for me is a great band, but not like A tier, because too many ballads, and I hate ballads. I really don't like ballads. Yeah, now you say I'm crazy. I like hair metal, but I don't like ballads. I really don't like ballads. Too much ballads in one band. Hardline, great album from 1992, but nothing else more than that. Johnny Joeli and the guy from Journey, right? Perfect music. I mean, good, B tier. Tesla for me, nothing special but good musicianship, so B tier somewhere here. Vixen for me, good band, maybe the best band from all of these girl bands, so I'll put it into the great category because it was the greatest girl band for me from this era, at least from this era. What is this? What the hell is this? The Dogs d'Amour. Okay, another sleaze bar band. Just somewhere here average, but good average. I mean, okay, good average, probably there, because I like sleaze. And guys, we have only 8 bands left. I'm tired. I'll do War Babies from Seattle. They had a little bit grunge in them because Seattle, man. I mean, Seattle is Seattle, but just average, nothing special. And let me do this. Okay. And we have Tiger Tales from Wales, right? UK, we can say. Good band. Good and interesting stuff. Interesting story, and kind of like a European Poison or something. Twisted Sister, good band, but not more than that because too plasticky. They had these anthems, but they also kind of got lost in the mix. The Throbs from New York. This is like Faster Pussycat from New York, and I love this band, and I'll put it into a great category because there is some magic about this band. And then we have Sea Hags. Sea Hags also great sleaze band. I'll put it out, but they're really unknown. Only one album, but good. Okay, into the good category because, as I said, I like sleaze, but these bands, they needed something more. At least one more album. And then what do we have? Pink Cream 69. Andy Darius, that later joined Halloween, had this band. This is from Germany, band from Germany. Amazing stuff. If you like some hard hair metal, glam, just go and listen to Pink Cream. I'll put it here into the great category. And the last 2 bands are Swinging Thing and Blackboard Jungle. I love both of these bands, and I'll put them here because you'll think I'm crazy for putting Blackboard Jungle and Swinging Thing into this category. They're amazing groups with great songs, and these 2 bands should have been bigger because these 2 bands were bands from early 90s, and that is how I wanted this genre to progress, I wanted Warrant, Ultraphobic, I wanted Danger, Dawn, I wanted Pool, I wanted Motley 94, I wanted all these bands, Warrior Soul, Circus of Power that are not included here, and I wanted Blackboard Jungle and Swinging Thing because Blackboard Jungle and Swinging Thing summed it up very well, but it was too late. Industry didn't want to hear about these bands, and that's why I'm gonna put these bands into the S tier category because they are great musically. And there you have it, guys. The biggest, loudest, and weirdest hair metal tier list in the world with 102 groups. Yeah, could have been more, but I'm tired, and that's it. Tell me what you think. Am I crazy for some of these, choices? and see you next time. Ciao, ciao. Like, share, subscribe. I always forgot that. And now, ciao, ciao.